So let's talk about, should you sell or should you rent? That is the question. I get this question a few times per year when somebody's just not real sure if they're really intentionally wanting to sell a property. So I always try to get to the root of that very question, which is, why would you want to rent it versus sell it? Now, if you're thinking about a long-term strategy and you understand that the idea of being a landlord is not glamorous and you're not going to make oodles and oodles of cash, then perhaps it is worthwhile to consider renting it. Sometimes people foresee that they'll come back to the home eventually. Maybe they're moving out of state for a while. They want to rent it. They want to see if they're going to be permanently in the new place or if they're going to make a comeback, or they're intending to come back to the property. Maybe they want to diversify their asset portfolio. But as long as you understand kind of the pros and the cons of it, then considering renting it is an option. Now, if you need to cash out of your house in order to go buy another house, obviously renting it is not always the best mode of operation because your liquidity is locked up in that asset. But for people who don't have to potentially pull the money out, it is a viable option to diversify your portfolio. I always tell people to hire a property manager so they don't have to play landlord from a distance. There's a lot of law involved in managing properties and you don't want to get it wrong. You want your property to be managed well. So there's that to consider, and you're going to pay for that on a monthly basis because oftentimes you're taking a portion of your proceeds and paying the property manager to manage it for you. So you have to know your numbers in that case if you decide that you're looking at renting it. Does it make financial sense for you to do it? Could you take that money and put it somewhere else where you'd get a higher and better rate of return? How much involvement are you going to have in the management of the rental? What if costs per cure? I always tell people to expect that something will break or something will be damaged, or when you do turnover, you're going to have out-of-pocket cash proceeds going towards updating, repairing, replacing, whatever it might be. And it's inevitable that it will happen. So knowing your numbers oftentimes tells you the full answer to the question that you might have. And the other thing too is a lot of people just don't know what they don't know when it comes to owning rental property. If that's you and you want to have a conversation around, should I rent, should I sell? Let me know. For a lot of people, it's simply just an investment business decision. For other people, they're just trying to figure out, is this the good option for me based on what I'm experiencing? And there's no right or wrong answer. Everybody's situation is case by case, and it has to be decided personally because your situation might be different than somebody else's. And sometimes it's just not a good idea to rent a property for various reasons. And other times it's an option on the table that you can certainly consider. So renting it or selling it, I can't give you that answer as a generic answer. It is case by case, but those are just some things to think about. Again, call us if you have questions about your scenario.